Mongochatter. 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 Mongochatter.
And we're live from beyond SeaWorld, San Antonio, Texas. How you feeling, John?
I'm feeling excellent. It's been a long week. It's been a long day. It's been a long month. And this is Mongochatter After Hours, the monthly Mongochatter live stream of news, shit talking, and things like that.
Beer drinking.
Beer drinking. We have a beer sponsor. The good people at St. Arnold, San Antonio, St. Arnold out of Houston. They got a distribution in San Antonio, and our buddy Paul at Central Skate Shop has gotten us hooked up with them and their delicious beer. So, cheers to you, my friend.
Yeah, cheers to you.
And here's to St. Arnold. Thank you guys so much for.
So I'm drinking the Banger IPA.
As am I.
Yeah, like the last trick in your part,
Like the best banger,
Yeah.
the quickest one.
the quickest one. I had before we started. I can't see. Grand.
This guy.
What is it? What is it called?
It's the grand prize.
The grand prize. Yeah.
The grand prize.
I really like that one.
Lager. It's delicious.
I think I'm more of a lager man anyway than an IPA.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty.
But
There's,
they're both
there's
good.
plenty more.
Thank you, St. Arnold.
Yeah, they're delicious, and there's even more flavors too. I think our technical producer behind the scenes, is enjoying a watermelon cider, if I'm not mistaken. What's that puppy called? This is the St. Arnold Imperial Watermelon Cider. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but Will says he loves it.
It's very good.
Yep.
I'll be honest.
Can the folks? I know Will contributed last episode. Can the folks hear him?
They can hear him in the
kind of.
background.
Okay. All
They
right.
can hear him.
I'm just wondering.
If you're funny enough tonight, Simon, they'll hear him chuckle.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
So what we've been doing is we've been going through at the end of the month. We've been sort of summarizing our take, our spiel, maybe taking stock of things without putting a whole edit and having a whole ass interview with a guest and going through that whole Mongochatter rigmarole. This is something a little bit more loose, and we are able to reflect, look back, look forward, realign, live in the now.
Sounds good. I do want to throw something out there. Chris Bustos made a video.
Yeah, I'm getting to that, dude.
Okay, all right.
Come on, dude. I'm
Yeah.
trying to have a little Zen moment. Yeah. So, having said that, yeah, Chris Bustos made a video. Go on.
Okay. he's
Jeez.
he's he's sh- he's showing it at the end of this month, March 30th.
March 30th at Midtown Meetup. Sunday, March 30th, 4 p.m. punk time.
Is showing the video, but
Is-
apparently the Wedo Vaquero DJ
Oh,
is
shit.
starting at 2 p.m. punk time.
That's right.
Yeah,
And that would be.
that's me.
That's
yeah,
you.
yeah, that's me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, do you have. Okay, so let's fill the people in. Say, I always like to pretend I'm sitting in Amesbury watching this, because that's my happy place, Amesbury, Mass. So you're sitting there watching this. You're like, who is Chris Bustos? What is his video all about? It's called.
Waxing poetic.
Yep. And it's a premiere.
Yeah, I think it's mostly San Antonio affiliated skaters. I don't know how many. He spent a bit of time. I don't know how long. Just getting clips from everybody. Some people have full parts. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think you actually have a part. So yeah, it's a homie video. I don't think he traveled super far, so it's mostly San Antonio. I don't think necessarily you have to be from here, but kind of just people in the scene around here.
Elders. I think he uses the term elders. But there's also young bucks in there too.
Yeah, it does. It's definitely, from what I've seen, who's in it is the elders. But yeah,
So it's a video premiere, and DJ
Wedo Vaquero.
Vaquero will be spinning. You're kind of opening up the party. setting the tone?
I'm apparently, yeah, I'm MC. I don't know if I'm MC. I'm definitely DJ, which
Yeah.
I'm happy to do. Thank you for asking, Chris. And he drew up this really sick graphic, so I don't know if it's going to be on the flyer or something. So I'm excited.
Do you,
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah.
Do you have an idea of what is there a theme, a style? What kind of music will you be playing for us that day?
Well, you know me. I mean, I like all the hits, you know. But I like a bit of country, so I'd probably throw that in there.
Yeah. The hits like
Well, you know, like
Saturday Night Fever or what?
no, not so much those hits, but Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. I might throw in there, Elton John or
Mhm.
something like that.
Yeah.
I like the classics. I like the classics you don't hear that often. You know, always got to throw in some Ramones.
Are you gonna have any like Juice World or some of that shit for the younger generation?
No, I don't think so. It's all vinyl, so you know,
Okay.
you get what I get, and
Yeah.
I haven't added in my collection for quite a while, or anything new at least.
Well, good.
Yeah.
So that is happening at the end of the month, but you know what's happening tomorrow?
Oh, I heard about this.
There's actually a contest, an event. I think it's listen, I don't have all the details as much as I should or know everything as much as I would, but what I do understand is that there's a contest going on tomorrow at Hayes, and it's Bati, Chris,
Okay.
Bati, Bloodfall skateboards, and he's got Lua shoes, and man, he's got a grip of companies that he's doing and
Sabbath?
promoting.
Sabbath. Is that one of them? Yeah.
It is. Yep.
Yeah.
And I think he's gonna do a series of contests like around. I'm not sure if it's gonna be strictly at Hayes, but there's an event at Hayes tomorrow that he's doing. So if anyone is in San Antonio and they're watching this tonight on Friday, tomorrow at Saturday, I think they're gonna be getting it
So
going.
that would be March 22nd.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Do you know what time?
I don't. I have work in the morning, and I will try to be there after 4. I would imagine it's probably, your usual 10, 11 when the sun gets cooking and people
Hell yeah.
kind of cruise over there. I don't. Yeah, I might be totally wrong. Some people are crazy enough to start their events at like 8 in the morning, and we'll talk more about that in the very near future. But it's fucking. I don't know. I would say you could check the Instagram of Sabbath Skateboards for more info if you're watching this right now on the live stream, or if anyone in the chat. No one is in the chat. How sad. But I'm not sure what time, but we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that that's going to happen. We're doing this tonight, so why not get that out there if people don't know about it already?
Yeah, sounds fun.
We don't know shit about it, but
Sounds fun, though.
I just came back from Florida. We're doing this. There's a lot going on, so. But tomorrow, Hayes Street Bridge skate park event.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
Yes.
So let's get to the crux of the matter. I do kind of have a draft dialogue map here, and I'm sure you're very aware because this is really pretty much your baby. Mongochatter turns 5 years old, April 30th.
Yeah.
2025. Now, I'm going to be like your dad when you're like 8 years old.
Okay.
So do you want your party? You're going to have a party.
You're gonna be absent and skiing. You're gonna be absent and skiing.
Wait, let me get a little more
cocaine.
Yeah, let me get a little more drunk. Snort a line of cocaine back in Will's closet here, and let me leave in one of Will's Camaros. Okay, so I'm gonna be like your stepdad. No, I gotta.
You're gonna take me to the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna take you to see the San Antonio Missions.
Yes.
Excuse me, son. Now, there's Burger King. There's McDonald's. Where do you want to have your party? Do you want to have a party? And who are we inviting? Are we inviting the whole class?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can be my dad,
Yeah,
but
yes.
I'm still gonna be. I'm gonna try to help guide our viewers through.
No,
this.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love it. It's like therapy.
Yeah.
I'm just as an aside. Someone's got to explain that. Okay. Because. All right. We're doing this live stream. It's for the month wrap up. We're like, what do we talk about for April? Well, Mongochatter's turning 5 years old on April 30th.
Correct.
And you're asking me if I want to have a birthday party.
Correct.
I fucking do.
Okay. All right.
Yes, Dad.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
Well, anyway, I want to know where I'm. You know me. I'm a big fan of Rosedale.
Yeah.
Rosedale Skate Park, San Antonio, West Side. But I was thinking about this morning. There's no shade there. But then again, there's no shade at any skate park in San Antonio.
Oh, there's
So by April 30th, we're going to be like 100 degrees and full humidity. We're back to normal weather, right? But we can get like tents and shit like that. But anyway, I wanted to reach out to because I am going to invite the entire class. I'm superseding your mom here. And the whole class is getting invited. Every kid, everybody's invited.
Yeah, because if you don't, you can't pass out like tickets to your birthday party to just your friends. You
The
have to
little
invite the
invites.
whole class.
Yeah.
If you want to do it during school hours, you have to invite the whole
Yeah.
class.
Yeah. See, I was lucky. My birthday's in like late June, so I never had a school birthday. So I never had that problem.
Bustos in the chat here
Yeah.
says Cinco de Margo.
Yeah, well, in
Mongo. Cinco de Mongo.
it's funny. I'm wearing this black market shirt. They have a thing called
Cinco de Margo.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, good. Yeah, I like that.
I don't
Cinco
know.
de Mongo.
I don't want to wait till Cinco de Mongo.
So I like Rosedale, but I was thinking it does have some logistical problems. It's kind of central. It's got a bowl. It's got a ton of quarter pipes. It's got a new street course, ledges.
Yeah. You're selling me. Keep going. You're selling
The
me.
only thing is, like, there really is no shade there whatsoever.
Yeah.
But then again, I was thinking what park actually does.
I
I wanted to reach out to the viewership if anyone else has a good idea too, because we haven't settled on a place.
No, we haven't.
Do we know if the 30th is a Sunday or a Saturday or
April 30th
yeah?
that's
Is
a
that
good
something
question.
we can look up?
That is a good question. We'll have to kind of approximate
Yeah.
as far as it's a Wednesday.
Oh, it's on a Wednesday,
you.
so we may have to do it a few days early or something.
Yeah, maybe the 27th, the
Yeah.
Sunday.
Anyway, I wanted to reach out to the viewers and listeners, and the Mongo pushers, the shitfooters, and the mountain climbers, and everybody else out there. Any suggestions?
There's 3 people watching right now.
And have they given us 3 different suggestions?
Well, Bustos presumably is one of the 3 because
Okay.
he in the chat has said Cinco de Mongo.
Okay.
You know,
Do you have a preference? It is your birthday, after all.
it's well, it's our birthday.
Okay.
It's
Well, Will's a Mongo
yeah, Will's
vet.
Yeah, Will's.
He might have a say.
I did. I kind of wanted to do it. Now I don't want to give too much away. To my homie, who's trying to triangulate our coordinates. But I wanted to do it at the somewhat close by duck pond facility because they
I
have
like that pond.
What is it? They have the
It's like a
campfire
like
scenario.
a Stonehenge meets campfire vibe.
And I thought that would be neat. But the reality is, we're probably gonna do an after party type thing at Central, right?
Oh, cool.
And we'll probably be drinking St. Arnold beer. Shout out to St. Arnold and shout out to Central. We'll probably have
Shout out to Paul.
some sort of after party type of dealio there. So the reality is, a skate session maybe. I don't know, man. You and I have talked about this stuff. We've talked about it. A lot of stuff goes on at Shook. Shook is rad, but it's just like such an easy. It's almost like, it's such an easy pick for a party, I guess.
Yeah, and it's kind of close to like downtown and the bars
Yeah.
and all that. I could see that.
So that has.
And it does have shade, right? At the end of the day, I think it gets pretty shady.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, maybe we want to skate some different terrain that's not
Yeah.
just like the barriers at Shook all
Hey,
the time.
Will, is there a way to leave that question in like the chat or something? Like, where should
Like a poll.
yeah, or a poll?
You would have had to.
Yeah, we probably had to
Yeah.
prepare that. Yeah.
Busto says pavilion. I don't know what that means. Pavilion.
That sounds like flatland stuff, but yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not something that has to be decided right now as far as location, but we are going to be having a celebration of the 5-year mark of Mongochatter, and
balloon animals and clowns and didn't Bustos dress up as Santa Claus?
that was actually Seamus.
Oh, that was Seamus. Yeah, yeah. What? So what are you gonna have at your birthday party? Donkey ride?
I'd like to have skateboarding
Okay.
and beer.
Girls.
Girls if they skate. Well, girls at the after party, No, I don't know.
Yeah,
Whatever, dude. This is weird. We can do whatever. We're just gonna skate and vibe.
Anyway, yeah. People in the chat, throw in some suggestions.
Yeah. If anyone has any ideas, but ultimately we'll figure it out. We'll have we'll have an idea. Hopefully, of where to go. It's hard to get. A lot of people that we skate with don't want to go to skate parks, probably.
Yeah.
Sonic Ditch is, in my opinion, I guess we could go there. It's not super close. Like, you know, I don't know. Hayes Street is like near the shop, but it's like, Hayes Street.
Silence over here. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I feel like I feel like I'm saying all kinds of weird shit now because we're trying to just figure it out. I don't know if
well, let's move on for now.
yeah,
we can
it's
bring
a
it
lot
out
of
later.
pressure to just
Yeah, we can bring it up if more people join the chat. We can bring it up, and if anyone's too shy to chat, just directly DM John or something like, "Hey man, I want your fucking party here, and I want this to happen," because he's gonna listen. We're gonna listen. That's what we do. We listen to our listeners.
we listen, we talk,
Yeah.
we consider, we ponder. Yeah, I don't know. I think Rosto's kind of not a bad idea actually.
It's kind of central.
For all the reasons
You
you
know?
said, yeah, it's so why did you say all those rad things and then talk us out of it?
Yeah. I didn't. I just said there's no shade, but I bet one of the homies has got a tent or something. Not a tent, but those shade things or whatever. And
Yeah, or you could just
I don't
wear
know.
a hat.
It's Texas. Yeah, you just deal with it.
You know.
Bring a jug of water. Kiddie pool.
But yeah, the reason is it's been going on for 5 years now, and
Well, yeah, let's get into that. So let's leave this party thing for a little bit. But again, if anyone has an idea, either.
but we do have to come back to the party
Yeah.
before the end of this live stream because Simon, there's gonna be some special thing. There's gonna be some new hot shit, new shit.
Oh, okay.
You see?
Okay. I think I know where you're going. with
Yeah.
this.
So
Okay.
we'll leave that. We'll put that pot on the stove.
Yeah, the kettle.
And let that simmer.
Yeah. Let
You
that
know what I
simmer.
mean?
Yeah. Simmer down.
So
Yeah. So anyway, since we're talking about 5 years, I gotta ask you, how the hell did all this fucking start?
I gotta lean into the mic.
Lean into this a bit.
Jason
How did-
B in the house. What
Yeah,
up?
What up? How did this all start?
There's a minute delay. Oh, this started because of COVID, dude. Like so many great things in American society. I would say, well, there I was sitting around my house. Okay.
But you were doing something before, because I remember in Seattle we did,
Yeah,
or at least I participated in something called John Hanks' Pipe Dreams.
I had John Hanks's Pipe Dreams, and I had. Is that okay? Is that cool? Okay, sorry. I had John Hanks's Pipe Dreams, and it was not frequent, or I didn't tend to that garden very well, And I was doing this podcast called John Hanks's Pipe Dreams, and I would record episodes, and people would change their mind. They would think that they said some weird shit, so they would they didn't want me to put it out. It was on SoundCloud. I was trying to do it with my free SoundCloud account, and you would run out of space. You could only have so many minutes on the free SoundCloud, so whatever, it fell by the wayside. And then I guess during COVID,
So you stopped doing it altogether. When you say fell by the wayside?
Yeah, I had I was doing it. We did something with Ron Locker and
Yeah, I remember that.
and Jack and stuff in Seattle. I was doing it a little bit, and then I had done some non-skate stuff, interviewed some people in bands and friends of mine, and it wasn't a brand. It was kind of just something that I did to do, I guess. So in a way, it was sort of in retrospective, it was useful because I was learning how to, I guess, podcast, and then the pandemic happened, and I was FaceTiming my friends all the time and having these great conversations. So then it just became evident that maybe we should record these. And basically, I had this this concept, an idea for a name called Mongochatter. And I asked my friend OJ if he thought it was a good idea, and he's very cynical, and he said yes.
All right.
And we're like cynical together as homies. So I kind of just moved forward and then started having some of the people that I had been having these great conversations with via FaceTime anyway during the pandemic. I just started hitting the record button and putting that out as Mongochatter, essentially. That's kind of how it started, to answer your question.
Is there does it mean what you want it to mean, or is there, I know some people have thought like that perhaps you push Mongo, and I know that's not true,
Yeah.
but
I think that's funny because that's one that I think is like the pushing Mongo thing is just like, I think it's funny. The name is more so about how when I started the concept of having a podcast, I thought that it would be kind of
awkward,
Mongo-esque.
yeah,
Shitfoot, if you will.
yeah. I like it. I like it.
Which clearly it still is. But
awkward.
As far as the name and what it has morphed into now or whatever, it's like, it's funny because I don't really push Mongo, and the other thing that's really weird is sometimes people call me Mongo and or Mongochatter.
I know,
which is pretty weird and funny. Like when people call you Mongo.
yeah, I've experienced that. I haven't.
Like, hey, Mongo.
And people talk about you and like, hey, I was talking to Mongochatter the other day, and like, isn't that really like a podcast? Okay.
So I don't know. I think that's funny, but
it is pretty funny. Anyway, yeah. So pandemic came along, decided to record those conversations and kind of brand it out. What was the biggest obstacle, or has there been like, holy shit, I recorded that episode backwards, or like my pants were down, I recorded that, or
there have been so many. I did an episode with Austin Fisher. Seattle guy. By the way, real quick, Jason B, who does Universal Skate, and he was in the he was heavily involved in our chat last month.
Yeah, with EJ, right?
Yeah, that we did with EJ. He said he used to skate Seattle with the homie Pork Chop, who I presume that's the screen printer. Pork Chop Press, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's right. I think I got that right. But anyways, yeah, to answer your question, I recorded. I mean, there's been so many technical, mostly in the beginning with audio, like this thing.
I mean, what happened with the Austin Fisher episode? Did it like just?
It was
like you couldn't hear it or something.
We recorded. We had this wonderful conversation for like 3 or 4 hours, and it
didn't upload, or
it didn't record any of the audio, so we had to like re-record it. Sorry, I'm trying to find a clip of Austin right now to send to Will, so we have something to reference here. But we so we had to like re-record it. I just remember a lot of things in the early days of, because I used to do it a lot with FaceTime, and so screen recording of FaceTime, for whatever reason, was like mega hard, and I could never get the audio.
Oh, I see. So you're calling somebody on FaceTime, and then you're using screen record on your phone.
Yeah, and
to capture it, and
it wouldn't hold the audio.
Oh, I see.
For whatever reason.
Yeah.
And so I would record a whole, 3-hour conversation, and
yeah, and it's just
and it wouldn't. So we did episode 8 with Austin Fisher, and we recorded this whole fucking episode, on and on, about 3 hours long. And by the time we finished it, went back to check it, and he was such a good sport about it because none of it recorded, and he was like, "Dude, I'll none of the audio recorded." So we did the whole thing again. I think immediately, you know,
Like this within the same 24-hour period.
no, immediately. Like we
Wow.
were just like, oh, it didn't work.
And then the conversation probably wasn't as vibrant.
That's the thing. At
Yeah.
first, I think it's like you got to keep an open mind when that thing happens with podcasting, because the conversation won't be as vibrant, or you'll have that sort of mental blockage perhaps when that you get roadblocks like that. But the thing that is rad about podcasting or conversations or like long form interviews is no two conversations are ever the same, right? Like
Sure. Well, we actually dry run this.
yeah, and it's never
We
the
actually
same.
we didn't tonight because we felt we knew the material well enough. But the first two, and I think going forward we are. Although we got something kind of unique for next month too. But anyway, the typical after hours, we do actually dry run it, and it's hard because you don't like, not that it's filled with funny jokes or anything like that, but you don't want the conversation to be stale, so you do want to keep it fresh. But it definitely helps to know what's kind of coming around the corner, and then sometimes I think for me it sparks something that I didn't think of like the first time we did it. So I don't know. I think it's at least a practice. You obviously that wasn't an intentional practice run, but it's not the end of the world.
No, but I think.
But that's 6 hours of conversation now, right?
Well, it was
Yeah.
COVID, we were
Yeah,
doing much else.
that's true.
But I
That's
think the
true.
point I was trying to make is like,
You didn't skate a lot during COVID?
no, I skated a lot. I'm just
Okay.
saying we that was a time and place where we didn't we weren't affected too much by it. Was like, oh yeah, I got 3 hours to burn. It wasn't-
True. You still
you
had,
know.
yeah. I was like, I just treated it like I was going to work, but I was going to Lake City Park with Ron Locker up in Seattle. So I was like, I was living with this chick at the time too. It was like literally, it was like at 8 o'clock. I was out. All right, see you later, honey. I'll be back at 5. It was like my skateboard was like my briefcase. Like
yeah.
yeah, it was fun.
But fuck, I forgot what we were on about.
I was just asking, like, if I'm sure there was some trials and tribulations, and just something that you remember that was. But how about this? What was something that unexpectedly went like crazy well? Because everybody always talks about like, oh, like what were the initial hiccups and fuck ups, but I bet there was some shit you're like, holy shit, I pulled that off, or wow, or I can't believe I have this guest, or I don't know what it is, or St. Arnold sponsored my thing.
Nah, I mean, putting this together and having to go through some of the clips that I had sent to Will and stuff today, or just anytime that, because a lot of the Mongochatter stuff, if people have watched it, I guess is like a lot of the footage it goes back. It's like it's sort of self-referential. I'm using a lot of the same footage, or I'm constantly going through. I have a system of organization that I go back and I'm kind of poring over the same footage, a lot of the same footage constantly, but it grows because I've done over 50 episodes, so each episode has its own file, and those files kind of get moved around and used as they need to, or people send me new shit and that gets added into the system or whatever. I have this whole system of categorizing footage that I've developed over 5 years, and anytime that I really get into a hardcore thing like this, like preparing files for the after hours stuff, or really hardcore editing, and I'm really like going through those removable disk hard drives where all that footage is, I am kind of amazed at what all I have done, we have done over the years, because when you're doing it, you don't really, it doesn't really feel, you're kind of just, it's in the midst of going to work or doing whatever, taking a crap or feeding your cat, or it doesn't really feel like it's a very monumentous thing. But when you go back and you look at everything surmassed together and you go, oh, wow, we did this. We fucking, we interviewed this person, or we got this photographer, let me use this photo, or, I had these conversations through DMs with, people that I have looked up to or followed my whole life. Things like that, I guess, have just, and it's not like I take any of it for granted. It's all rad in the moment, but you sort of just kind of move on to the next thing because you're always working on something else that you don't really have time to revel in any one thing. But it is kind of nice from time to time to turn around and kind of look at the wake that of the trail that you've created and go, oh wow, that was we've done a lot of shit here. And I'm pretty proud of that, of everything that I've done over the 5 years, honestly.
Can I tell you what I really like about it?
Oh, please.
I like that it's not geographically centered. You've had guests from New England, Texas, Washington, California, I believe, Arizona,
Yep.
Austria / Australia, Switzerland / Australia.
Yep.
No Canadians. Oh, maybe I'm a Canadian. I don't know what I am. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's great because I think a lot of things it's hard to not be like about your scene and whatever. I mean, you've traveled a lot, obviously. I think that's where we've made all these connections. But anyway, I think that's cool, and it's anyway, keep it up, man. My five more years. So, I mean, there's other things have been done, other things you're doing. We do this now, this live.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's called a live stream. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Does that make sense? Like a river? But anyway, there's been music. People have contributed songs.
Yeah,
Do you have anything to say about that? I know Devo, you had to turn Devo down, but but I think you may have got Mark Fleming to contribute something.
No, I would say.
What's the story? Yeah.
Yeah, that's been some of the most sort of gratifying and inspirational things that have happened is when people kind of cold call you. I didn't realize. I never. Okay. I think what happened was I had this intro for the original Mongochatters, and like I said, they sucked. There was a lot of
like an intro that you did.
Yeah, well, I used a Public Enemy song.
Okay. We
And
probably
so,
can't play that, right?
Probably not.
Yeah. All right.
But I had, I split.
Which song? How about this? Which song did you use?
Oh man, you're gonna put me on the spot.
Okay. Anyway, a Public Enemy song.
It was instrumental.
All right, instrumental Public Enemy song. I saw them once. Henry J. Kaiser in Oakland.
Okay.
Terminator X.
Yeah.
And what were those two like military guys that hung out with them? The S1W.
S1W.
Yeah,
That's right.
Dude, they were badass. I think I watched them. I mean, you watch Flav a lot. No, the whole production was badass. You know what's funny? I saw the Cult like a week before or a week later. And so this was like, remember Oakland had those fires? It was like 90, 92, 93, maybe a little later than that. I can't remember. And I think that was going on then because we went back to our car. It was like covered in ash. But anyway, years later, I thought the Cult had opened for Public Enemy. And I told so many people, dude, back in the 90s, I saw the Cult opening for Public Enemy, and so one day I Googled it. Not true. No show ever existed. But then I Googled it separately, and it was like, oh, they played like a week apart at the same place, and in my mind I had warped them together.
You created an
Yeah, I think Primus was involved in there, but I don't never liked Primus, so like I kind of removed. Maybe I
Primus
took
sucks.
out Primus and I moved in the Cult, and it sounded like such a '90s thing, right? Oh, you're gonna see the Cult with Public Enemy. Like, didn't that sound like a '90s thing?
That sounds like a very epic '90s bill.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, so Public Enemy was the first song, and then somebody gave you something, right? Or I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Okay. So let me backtrack.
Yeah.
The technological setbacks involving audio, it was like even the intro had this lag on the audio, and it was about,
This is with the Public Enemy song.
yeah, just in general, like the aesthetic of Mongochatter was
Okay.
very Godzilla movie, like dubbed audio almost. Like
Well, I think we should challenge some of the folks to go back and watch some episodes.
the early ones are pretty cringe.
We actually after the last month's show, we actually watched a couple,
Yeah.
and I didn't think they were cringe. I thought they were punk rock as fuck.
Well, okay. So, anyways,
Yeah.
there I am doing that and going along and using the Public Enemy song, and then Mark Fleming sent me. He had made a Mongochatter song of his own volition and sent it to me.
Well, John, this is your special day because I had I had producer Will. No, wipe away your tears. Will, would you do me the honors? We have the song for you here.
Okay. All right. Well, let's listen.
This is Mark Fleming. Sound? Do we have sound? I can't hear the sound.
You guys won't be able
Oh, we won't hear. Okay.
Is this playing right now?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm an idiot.
Uh-oh. Might have been a technical difficulty there, but oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, fucking great song. First of all,
Yeah. The lyrics
Yeah.
are especially fucking. They really. They
Yeah.
just. They speak to me.
big up to big shout out to Mark Fleming. As per every episode, for some reason.
Yeah.
Are we good, Will? Are we running it right now? Okay, sorry. I'll shut up. Are you gonna know when this ends? Is that it? All right. I think that was a Mark Fleming song. We can't hear it in our headphones, so hopefully.
Yeah, so he sent that one. It was kind of a punk rock thing, and that's what's rad about that kind of thing is like the collaboration is. He made a song. I had no plans of making a new intro or whatever, but it just kind of happened organically to where like it seemed like it was a new season of Mongochatter anyways because I had moved to Texas, so it was time to use that Mark Fleming song as the intro. And then after a while, I got sort of another, like, if you will, cold call. My friend Vaughn made this sort of dark wave synth pop weird.
Freak out.
Yeah, one. So that became, I guess, season 3 or whatever.
Great song. I like this one. Yeah, that's a good one, and in fact, I think we're using it for our after hours.
Yeah, it's
Um,
just kind of fits right in there like a good rug that ties the room together, you know.
And lastly, but not least, of course,
So this one was I had sort of
this one you kind of commissioned, I think.
yeah,
right?
I commissioned I talked to Brian Gordon about could we get a country,
I mean,
the next iteration should be country music.
This is Texas after all. Yeah, country.
And Brian and the Barflies are one of my favorite bands locally that I had seen around. So, as a matter of fact,
That's a really good spot.
I know who's that.
I love that spot.
That's Watson's house.
yep.
Yeah, Brian and the Barflies, who still play around, right? In fact, they played. We went to the rodeo.
We missed him that time.
Yeah, we missed him.
Jason B checking in says we need a screwed and chopped Mongochatter.
Send it in.
That Texas style.
Yeah.
An H-Town joint. That would be pretty big.
That would be.
He says
dope.
he's going to make. He says, I'm
Hell
going to make you
yeah.
an H-Town joint.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I
hell
want to
yeah.
hear.
Mongochatter.
That's gonna be sick.
Mongochatter.
Jason B's got it.
Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
That's so sick.
Pure Sol mix.
2 minutes to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we can call him whenever we want.
Yeah.
I don't really want to feel like we're gonna rush through something.
Yeah.
Because there's still there's things to talk. It's all good and well to talk about this Mongochatter stuff. But like, what else do you want to know?
I don't know. Does anyone in the chat have any questions? But
They're fucking talking to each other,
Okay.
which is what you want.
yeah.
This is
what you
good.
want.
They're talking. They're getting into it.
You know what? What's how about this? Because I think the people want to know. I kind of know because I worked with you for so long. What, a Mongochatter episode is different from this after hours thing. But what does it take to make a Mongochatter episode? Like, what do you have a pretty eclectic list of guests. We always joke, and I hope everybody takes as well, that it's the A-list of the B-list skaters. And I hope that's a compliment, because I mean it as a compliment when I coined that term, or you coined that term, I forget.
I think you did. I'll say you said.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if everyone gives a shit about it, I made it up.
Oh, I meant it more like
Yeah. But
Lennon and McCartney.
But I know, like, cultivating what that is to editing, it's a kind of a long process. I don't need a super lengthy answer, but like,
you're
it'd be
gonna
cool.
fucking get one, dude. If you
It'd
let
be
me
cool
talk.
for the audience to know. Okay, I'll shut up. I'll shut
I'm
up.
just kidding.
I'll enjoy my St. Arnold.
I'm just playing. No, what's the question?
What does it take to put together an episode from A to Z? Or Z if you're Canadian.
It really depends, dude, to be totally honest with you, because there's been ones that I've done in a panic on my phone. There's been ones that I've done I've turned them around in a couple days before, and then there's been ones that have taken me like literally 6 months going into a year. There isn't really a formula to any of this. The formula is like the categorization afterwards, like how it's edited and how it's like connected, I guess, in my mind or something. I don't know. I'm not trying to make it sound like clandestine, but I don't really have like a very like solid answer as far as what it takes. I am crazy, and I just like to do things a very certain way, especially so not everyone, but people that have that OCD thing, or they're very particular, I think that can manifest itself super gnarly when it comes to editing or like any type of meticulous creation. And I don't know. I've just tried to be as meticulous as I can, and I feel like that sounds terrible because this shit is so sloppy. So if this is as meticulous as it gets, then I must be really blowing it.
Oh, you're killing it. You're killing it.
No, I don't know. I wish I had a better answer for you, or something more interesting to say about what it is. It's
No, I think you summed it up. I mean, there is a meticulousness about it. Is that correct pronunciation? There definitely is, and I've seen you struggle through that, and it's cool. It just shows your passion, and that you care.
Yeah, I mean, dude, and this goes back to the other question, and this is more like modern. Like I've done shit where like like there's been times where I'm like, say an episode's finished, and then I want to put it on YouTube, but it's like such a heavy there's so much going on with it. Like there's so much footage and stuff. It's such a big file that like I'll have to. I've done this before. Like I've driven to like Houston and just let it like
3-hour drive.
Like let my phone just only do that and not take any calls or texts and let it upload.
Oh, I see. So you're like isolating yourself by being on I-10 for 3 hours.
Yes. So you need there's and I don't know. There's been a bunch of shit like that where it's just like.
Yeah, you are crazy.
Yeah,
that sounds like insanity, but I understand.
But I don't know, dude. I mean, it's like as people who you and I, or we've played in bands, and when you're in a band, you kind of strive for you want things to be as rad as they can be, and there's 4 or 5 people. So maybe things can fall by the wayside or the crack side where it's like, yeah, we're pretty rad. Like our bass player's not that into it. He's okay, but basically we're pretty rad. And I just feel like with this, it's like it's that same level of self-scrutiny, but you're like it's yourself, and it's so like doing a brand or having something like that in skating. It's like the same sort of idea as playing in a band and presenting that level of like self-scrutiny, but you do it to yourself, and if you're really good and crazy, you can make something sick because you'll hold yourself to that much. You'll take that much more time and miss that much more sleep because, and also, dude, I think another reason why I've gotten good at doing Mongochatter is because I don't have any kids or like a girlfriend, and I just have a cat, and it's okay. I can sit in my underwear in my house and just fucking edit the same clip for 20 hours, and the world doesn't miss me. You know what I mean?
Cat doesn't complain about that?
No.
Okay.
She helps.
She helps. Yeah, cool. So what's the future? What episode are you on now? Or are we on, I should say?
46, I guess, technically.
We're up there.
And I say in the 50s because there's been a bunch of like specials, like the Never Was, the Houston, Houston Vert Ramp. There's been a bunch of stuff that has been pretty heavy edits that haven't, for whatever reason, on a whim, I haven't called an episode. Although I sort of wish now I had every release was an episode versus it was primarily just the interviews became episodes. But basically, yeah, over 50 in 5 years, which is pretty good output because that basically means like 10 a year, so one every month and a half or something. I'm definitely proud of that.
Are they in order, or is it kind of like Star Wars where like episode 1 is really episode 4?
They're in order. It's all it's all from, you can watch the progression of it, definitely. Okay. I hope. As far as the future, this seems to be taking a lot of effort, and
This is new, so maybe that's part of it. But
well, we do prepare for this, and then I've been doing some stuff post-production on the back end, so that's really kind of taken away from the actual
Yeah.
Mongochatter, if you will. But I think this is fun, and people seem to like it, or not prefer it, but it's a little bit more interactive. It's a little bit more loose. It's
From the hip.
yeah, it's from the hip. Speaking of from the hip, let me grab these reins back for a minute.
Okay.
You know, I get a little squeak. It's funny. It's funny. It's weird about. All of a sudden, I just felt like I was like, I'm being fucking interviewed.
Yeah, you're being interviewed. Yeah.
But, and this don't feel like this is not. We're not playing interview ping pong, but we've been doing these after hours things. If anyone's been following along or watching the other ones, and last week, or it feels like only a week ago.
Yeah, it was pretty recent. A couple of weeks ago. 3 weeks ago?
But
2 weeks ago?
we'll say last month for the February episode. I think we stumbled onto something great called
Okay.
Simon Says. And I don't know if you remember, you kind of went off. You kind of had a little rant.
Oh, no.
Um,
Okay, I remember now.
I think it was the Northgate dad.
Yeah.
You know,
Just like scooter dads. Yeah, I mean, yeah, well, fuck him.
but I thought, you know, as we're developing this Mongochatter after hours program, I thought it would be neat to maybe have this as a segment. A Simon Says. Number one, it's just, I mean, the name, you can't. I mean, we got a talk show and your name's Simon. I feel like we got to do a Simon Says.
Yeah, I mean, I hated that game in elementary school. I also hated the word assignment. Like when you were in especially in high school, like I'd be half asleep. Do you ever have an assignment notebook and you had to write your homework?
Assignment.
Yeah. So the teacher would be like, "Get out your assignment notebook," and I'd be like, "What? 46. I don't know, Shakespeare." Yeah, I hated the word assignment because you just heard it over. It was like, what? No, I'm here. But anyway, yeah, Simon Says. Yeah, you know what? Last month, I mean, we've done this a fair amount. We need to do it more. And I know there's other people that do this, so I'm not saying nobody does this, but you grab me and we jump in the fucking car and we're like, we have no destination and we're going to go skate. And we're not going to a park. We're not even going to a ditch because here in Texas we have a lot of ditches and ditches that have curbs set up and shit like that. We're going to the closest fucking bank in a fucking bank parking lot and we're going to skate it. And I love that. I know other people do it. I know when I go on like Ugly's Instagram, like Lance and the Ugly Boys do it. But I want to see more of that shit. Just out in the fucking wild. You know? Pull over. Slap a curb. Fucking skate some crazy bank. Some ledge behind the local whatever 24-hour clinic. Or, you know what I mean? Yeah. So my Simon Says this month is get out in the wild more. And I know there's people that do it. So it's not a reprimand. But it's an encouragement.
Yeah.
I mean, kudos for you because you'll text me like, hey man, let's go fucking crazy somewhere. I'm like, all right. Anyway, that's my Simon Says.
Okay, so your Simon Says is fucking
Get out in the wild.
Get out of the skate parks, man.
Yeah.
You don't. Not everything has to be pre-prescribed, man.
It's also like I love the obnoxiousness of it too. You know, like.
Take the yellow pill, man. Get out of the matrix, dude. Take all the pills you get, dude. Take whatever pills you can and go to the 7-Eleven curb and get out of the skate parks. Sorry. No, I was just having fun. We didn't have to. Sorry, I didn't mean to get all silent there. This is something that maybe we could address back to our conversation. I think someone bothered to write this down.
Okay.
Christopher Bustos from San Antonio, Texas says, how do you narrow down about what you believe people are interested in? Do you just chance it, or do you have your ear... Sorry, got disconnected. but you get what I'm asking. How do you decide or feel what people might be interested in? Do you just chance it, or is there a formula you go by? Do you throw? Oh, that's okay. I guess I'll answer that.
Yeah. I think that question's for you.
Yeah. Well, no, but you know how it is, Simon,
Yeah.
because I always try to bounce shit off of you as a barometer. I don't want to. I don't know. I again, really just winging it. Like I feel like there's been some really. Hopefully, look it. We've had some opportunities to connect with some rad people, and we haven't done some stuff yet that I really want to do. And hopefully, those people, it's not like I'm churning anything down, but I kind of churn a lot of stuff down in the moment because I just want to focus on what I'm doing on. And, you know, maybe I am focused on the Dirty Boys right now, Bustos. You never know. But, like, there's. With Mongochatter, basically, I know Will, Simon, there's help. But basically, I'm one dude. It's like my mind is only so non-linear. So I'm really thinking about what I'm working on now and maybe what might be coming next as far as the actual episodes, what needs to be rolled out. Now, within the framework of doing all those episodes, there's infinite tasks that I'm multitasking on, like get a text from here, send this person, get a photo, talk to this person, make a shirt, do this, print a sticker. There's all kinds of stuff going on within the framework of each project, but I basically don't want to get too far ahead as one project. So, although I would love to have, it's a great idea to have XYZ, it's like really I'm just kind of dealing with what's going on now and then kind of entertaining what might be next. And I think the thing that we always try to talk about is we don't necessarily want to do, we've been really in San Antonio lately as far as Mongochatter goes, but basically we try to take advantage of the geographical diversity and also like we say, we don't necessarily want to do like one board brand, then a board brand, and then 2 photographers, and then 3 filmers. It's like we want to do a filmer, a guy who's a tattoo artist, someone that's in a band, and someone that has a company. You know what I mean? We kind of want to spice it up as far as what the guests might be into and what their background is, and also their geographical location.
Yeah, no, I think you're good at that.
Well, only because I have your help to bounce stuff off of. Yeah, I guess I used to be, when it was just me, I guess I was pretty good at it. And, but that was really mostly, it started out as just mostly New England heads, people that I was directly interacting.
Well, I think that's what I was saying. I think when you started when I did the zine back in Seattle, I didn't really step out of Seattle for that, but I only did 4 of them. Yeah, I think that's your initial move, but your initial moves the wrong word. Your initial, when you start something like that, you kind of stay local.
Yeah.
Initially. But I think you've made the good jump. And I think people like when the gentleman who we interviewed in one of our episodes that did Backside skate scene, and he's like, he's done 2 like Texas episodes, he's done a Boston episode, or sorry, zine. Yeah, that guy's like really good at sort of like stepping out and doing stuff like that. Yeah, I think the St. Arnold's got me rambling. I'll shut up. I got a couple more things I want to talk to you about.
No, please. I know we do have a special guest waiting in the wings.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I wanted to say,
Yeah.
let's not feel rushed.
Okay. It actually might tie into the special guest because I think he's involved in this. So I wanted to go back. We started this. I think we have some more people in the chat than we did earlier. Mongochatter is turning 5 years old on April 30th, but I think, and so John's agreed to have a party.
I agree.
We might have it on the 27th or 28th because that seems to be the weekend, or sorry, the
27th
20
Sunday.
Yeah, 26th or 27th or something like that. But does anybody in the Mongo universe have an idea where? Obviously, it has to involve skateboarding.
Oh,
There's probably going to be a follow-up, like DJs and beers at Central Skate Shop, downtown San Antonio. But during the day, I think we're going to barbecue and skate.
Jason B says skate south side. I dare ya. Skate the south side.
All right.
Yeah.
Like a park or just go streets?
I don't know. That could be kind of fun to blow up a spot. But remember, we tried to do that. Yeah, Blue Ramp. Blue Ramp is a good place to have a party.
Blue Ramp is probably a good place to have a party.
That could be really fun. I was kind of hoping that those fools over there would be watching this. I know that there's a party over there right now. I was kind of hoping that they would be
I mean, I'm voting for Rosedale personally, but
yeah.
but
The only thing
we
is,
want to hear the Mongo universe talk too.
well, the thing is,
I
if
like
we
Jason B's outside. Like, Jason, are you talking about a park or just hitting the streets?
or just skate, just skating there in general.
Yeah,
But the Blue Ramp is the only thing is going to Central
I actually
after that.
like
would be.
the south side. I mean, I guess this is more maybe South Town. Like we've skated like down Flores, and there's a bunch of shit there. I'm down with Jason B. Where are we gonna barbecue? Oh, we don't need a barbecue on the south side. We can just get fucking tacos everywhere. Like, yeah.
TBD, I suppose. Hit the street.
But anyway, I wanted to reiterate that we're open to suggestions. That's where I'm going. So please either DM the Mongochatter Instagram, or if you're active in the chat right now, throw in what you want
active in your hood.
Yeah, active in your hood. Where you want this party held? Who do you want to come? Who do you want to blow this thing up with? And
Bustos say Rosedale works. We got the canopy. There's a curb in the parking lot.
Yep. There's a ball.
There is a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fiberglass, fucking
Paint.
glazed, but
It's like Home Depot. It's like crappy Home Depot, like latex. The city bought, they sent a dude to Home Depot and like, hey, paint this ball dark gray or light gray with the shittiest fucking. Here's your budget, $60. Get that shit that somebody paints their garage floor with. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to bring up, a big I hear for the party there might be some new merch.
yeah. Well, that was over the years we've had a bunch of different graphics and logos. This one.
Should we go down memory? Should we go down memory?
You
Let's
want
go
to
down-
do? Want to do some?
You want to get sentimental here?
I do.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Well, because maybe it seems weird, like unprompted, but I've spent the whole afternoon preparing
Okay,
these.
Yeah.
Oh, well, suddenly got a burst of dementia as far as memory lane goes.
I'm looking at the feed, and I don't know. I don't know if we get those graphics up right now. Kind of confused. Anyway, what?
Here, you know what? Oh, I can't.
Yeah.
All right. Where did Will go?
Yeah, sorry.
Anyways, yeah. Well, we've had a bunch of graphics over the years. I think right now, there's one up that
I don't think there's any up.
someone said sound guy quit. I kind of feel like I'm like naked on stage, like at a school play, like.
I I was gonna say we could call our guest, but I don't think we could do that either.
Maybe it's on a trade.
Have you ever seen what's that Canadian? You know, being Canadian, what was that Strange Brew?
Yeah.
And they're like showing the movie, and it fucking fails, and the crowd's like throwing beer at them, and like, do you feel like that?
I think we need
Yeah.
to. Now that we're
Hey.
sponsored by St. Arnold,
yeah,
we're gonna
okay.
recall this.
Like, here's what happens at the rest of the episode. So we call Jeff Wheeler at some point. Okay, here's what happens at the end. We show a bunch of graphics. We call Jeff Wheeler. It's super sick. You're gonna love it.
Don't tell him that yet. Hey, don't tell him that yet, eh? Don't tell him who the guest is yet, eh? Yeah, it's like it's San Antonio. It's like, don't tell him who the guest is yet. Yeah. No.
Maybe we should go back to the party. Has anyone contributed to where the party should be?
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, do we need Will for the chat too?
Well,
I think we just gotta wing it.
okay. Yeah, I guess we're going for it. Well,
Yeah.
we certainly need Will to call Jeff. So hopefully Will's coming back. We've done a number of graphics over the years. We've been super fortunate to have friends contribute graphics like songs, like in the same vein, even more so. And I wish that we could display these graphics right now, but we've had, you can see in the background here, for example, on this banner is Mike Mislivy, who was also Mongochatter episode number 2, who has Ideas Clothing Company. He's been a staunch supporter
Shout
of
out Ideas.
Mongochatter from the jump. He's made graphics for us. Gavin Power. Many people have been guests, have made graphics for us. So, were we good? Can we show these homies some graphics that we've done over the years? We're gonna take a little
Walk down memory lane.
walk down memory lane here.
So we're on a delay. You might have to look over here.
Yeah. It is Brian. This must be Brian Gordon. I think Grow Food Essays got.
Oh yeah, that's Brian Gordon. Yeah.
I recognize that snide tone anywhere. He's like, sound guy quit, graphic guy quit.
Okay, so this is the very first one up. Is actually their newest graphic.
Oh, okay.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Or do you want Will to pull up?
If we're gonna bother to go through each one, why not save the one that we're gonna release at the party for last? There's a method to this madness. We're having a party celebrating 5 years of Mongochatter. Okay.
Yeah, do that one.
We're
yeah.
gonna be releasing a graphic.
So we got the mic from Ideas up right now. The gentleman farmer. What do we call this graphic?
I just call it cowboy. I guess.
Okay,
Mongochatter cowboy.
I like it. It's one of my favorites.
This is like an art show. Like we're just sitting here, like,
Okay.
ooh, I like it. It's
The telephone maybe next. Should we do the telephone? Oh no, this. Oh yeah.
We'll save that because that's Wheeler.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's do the one you had before. I'm sorry.
that's all right. This is
And this is Clayton Grohl,
I call-
legend, right?
I like to call this one Clayton's Mongo idea.
Yeah. Didn't somebody comment on like one of the kids is smoking a joint or something?
The thing about this one was Clayton Grawl made it, and homie was wearing a Thrasher T-shirt, and I went back and forth with him a bunch, and I was like, let's put an Ideas T-shirt
Oh, sick.
on there.
Yeah.
because I didn't think it was right to be
Yeah.
wearing another publication's shirt
Yeah.
as a fucking media luminary my damn self. Why do I need a Thrasher shirt? Why not wear Ideas shirt?
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, the rainbow one.
Well, okay. This is a Jeff Wheeler graphic.
Oh, this is yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep. Made this one for an event that Ronnie Toms did, or I didn't make it. Jeff made it. Kind of, I guess, like commissioned without money. Like
Yeah. No, it's sick. It's
he's
badass.
done
Yeah.
he's done a numerous graphics for Mongochatter over the years, and super fortunate to just. I think he was just stoked on what I was doing early on, and has always offered his pen, which is really cool. So yeah, we don't need to go over every single one.
Okay.
If you know.
So I think we let the cat out of the. I think we let a paw or two out of the bag. So we were gonna try to call Jeff, and I think it's a lot later than we expected us to call him.
I think
so-
he'll be all right. It's
Okay.
only 11 minutes, right?
Oh no, we said 9:45 his time.
Oh well,
Yeah.
better get him on the horn.
Yeah, so maybe we should call Jeff. So we were trying to be a little more what's the word? Smooth about that transition. But anyway, hopefully Jeff answers, and
Yo, there he is. Jeff Wheeler on the phone.
you're on Mongochatter after hours.
Welcome to After Hours. Sorry for the delay, Jeff. We didn't want to feel rushed in celebrating 5 years of Mongochatter, and we just got, you know how fucking podcasts are, man. What are you up to?
Yeah, I just crushed some shitty reality TV. Yeah.
It's crushed?
Years.
This is Simon.
Yeah,
It's crushed a verb you can use for reality TV. Like I've used it
think it
like
can.
with
I think-
beer. Okay, but yeah, usually
I think
shitty
it's-
beer.
Yeah, dude, I just crushed some Southern Charm. and some
Oh
Coors Light.
hell yeah!
If that
No,
works.
I think it's allowed. Yeah,
I
well
think
said.
that works. I'm
Yeah.
actually right now watching Sibo Walker just came out with a new part. That he
Oh,
dropped
sick.
yesterday.
All right.
So I'm just watching that.
Yeah. See that you
Trying to
watch.
catch up.
You don't. Yeah. That you don't. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that we can crush. But yeah, just trying to catch up on some content. It's been like an insane week. So
Yeah.
On
Well,
that
you know,
Friday.
I mean, I'm sure you'll be able to go back and watch this after because it's been we've been having some technical difficulties and we're getting through it.
what,
You know,
what happened?
oh, I don't even know. This is we got a beer sponsor, Jeff. I think
Oh,
this
what?
a little
Is
bit
that a
what
bad
happened.
idea?
That's a
See-
fantastic idea.
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
St. Arnold Beer has graciously donated some of their ales and lagers to our cause as we are doing these live streams. So,
Oh fuck yes, that's causing some technical difficulties.
Yeah. Absolutely.
and also like we have been doing these pre-production meetings, but I just came back from Florida like this morning at like 4 a.m. and
Oh, nice.
and so now we're here, but
Hell
we
yeah.
we were just kind of going through some of the history and bygone-isms of Mongochatter yore, and I'm just trying to connect all the dots because we have this 5-year anniversary coming, and we have the new graphic that you did for us, the Cactus Texas plant,
Will, can you put up the cactus?
and
Texas plant?
and just how I'm trying to tell the people that you've been supporting and have graciously lent your pen to Mongochatter over the years with numerous amazing graphics, and you've been a Mongochatter guest yourself. So I just feel, dude, like seriously, I'm trying to be a host right now, but I'm also trying to say honestly, I feel just super stoked and gracious that you've been fucking with me for these years, man.
Oh, dude, it's just it's always such a pleasure, and like I'm just happy to be involved, and like you're the man, and I love to be able to contribute any way I can, dude. So I'm stoked on that Texas plant thing. It's a Texas plant doing a Texas plant.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Texas plant squared.
As soon as John showed it to me, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get it tattooed on me. First,
No
is
way.
that gonna be the
That'd
first Mongochatter tattoo that you know of?
I don't.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking awesome.
There's none.
I mean, if someone else has one, I'm still not gonna stop me. But yeah, it could be the first Mongochatter tattoo.
I mean, I feel
Dude,
like
I'd be all about it.
Yeah.
I feel like
All right.
I want to get one. God damn it! No, I did. I want to get a Mongo. There's My friend Chris at Good Faith, I wanted him to do. I have this like idea that I was gonna go home and get a tattoo, but I always thought I was gonna get the Jeff, you did the homie, like the filmer, the Pride, the Mongochatter Pride graphic.
Oh yeah.
And it's like
the rainbow one.
Yeah, it's like the Mongochatter dude
Yeah,
filming
nope.
the rainbow.
Yeah,
I thought that
the ally one.
Yeah, I thought that would have. I always thought that would be just a cool tattoo. Like, for my first tattoo would be maybe that, that filmer guy filming the rainbow.
Yeah,
thought
that
that
is
would
a
be
cool
fun.
idea too. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, you can.
That cactus one would be dope to tattoo too, though.
Oh yeah, dude. So you've done, people out there that might not be familiar with your art or some of your work. I mean, you've done all kinds of stuff in skateboarding and beyond. Like, how long you been doing this, dude?
We're hitting, actually, this is a decade. 2025 is a decade of me doing illustration shit. But yeah, it's been a long time. I started with skateboarding though. Like, I honestly think that, like, if I didn't, because like some of my first gigs were like skateboard graphics, and I think that kind of gave me like legitimacy to do other stuff. So it's like, I don't know. Obviously, it's one of those things where it's like I just don't think I would have been doing anything if it really wasn't for skateboarding. So I mean, that's my first love, and continue to just really try to just dive into that head. Like that's why like I'll hit you up all like I just want to just do things for anything skateboarding related always. You know,
It's
But-
definitely a community. I think in general, skateboarders look for artists that also skate. Like you're,
Yeah.
For the most part, you're not. Yeah, I think it definitely works that way. There's a lot of like, oh, there's a dude I met at the park, skating the other day that he drives really well. Like maybe they can do your graphics, and
Right.
I feel.
But it
I
also
don't know.
kind of like it like kind of feeds itself too because like
Mhm.
you work in in skateboarding and you get like connections through that and then I'll get like other jobs from people that aren't in skateboarding but they see that I do skateboards and that looks cool to them and so they'll hire me for like other projects. It kind of
Sure.
just like it kind of like feeds itself in that way. So it's the gift that keeps giving. I guess. I fucking love it though.
Yeah. John said you got featured in Thrasher.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That was a minute ago. Yeah, I got a canvas section in there. I've only done two things for Thrasher. I got a canvas section, and I did the first time I was in there was and they don't do it anymore. Or at least they haven't. I don't think they do it anymore. The comics section. Where they do
Oh
like a
yeah.
splash page.
Yeah. You rarely see it.
Rad.
Yeah, they kind of stopped doing that, but that was the first time I ever did anything with Thrasher was I got a comics page.
Jeff,
And it was What?
have you ever like being so ensconced in the skate world, and I know you've done a lot of stuff in the like cannabis and well, I mean you've done all kinds of stuff and like
yeah,
I was super stoked like you had the New England's Patriots graphic like in your style. That made me so proud to see and just to be like
oh thanks man.
yeah, like well anytime you do anything like I'm stoked for you as a friend and I'm stoked that like like your little characters, like your little guys, your wizards and dragons, they're like in the same like universe, if you will, as like my little like Mongochatter dudes, So
Right.
it's like it's just cool to see your stuff anywhere because I'm like that's my guy, you know what I mean?
That's awesome.
But have you ever found yourself turning an idea down or telling someone no, where you're just kind of like, you know what, that's not really like that's not my gig, that's not my vibe, I'm not
Is that like the tattoo artist going like, yeah, you don't really want a 49ers tattoo? I don't know. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's definitely been times where people like come at me with like commissions or whatever that like you can just, for the most part, I'll draw like almost everything, like anything, unless it's, going to be like terribly offensive to somebody or might alienate. So I wouldn't want anyone
Sure.
to feel bad after seeing anything I drew. So if I feel like the idea is going to do that, then I won't do it. But other than that, like I'm pretty hard to offend and I'm pretty easy to please. Like if it's something that's like I think I could have fun with it, and it is some of them might feel like boundary pushing type stuff. Like I'm like, like I'll still draw it. Like I used to draw things a little bit crazier than I do now. Like I've kind of gotten a little bit more I don't know, maybe like more like PC the older that I get with like the shit that I draw. Like I used to draw like actual like just like literally like shit like poop stuff. I thought was really funny. So like but I don't really do that. I don't
Poop,
like
poop
do
is
that
always
much
funny.
In like poop
Poop
in
is always
your,
funny. Farting's always funny.
Yeah,
but like
I'm
was
I'm
it
52 years old. Farting is still funny.
was the
Yeah,
poop in
that will
your
never. The second farting's not funny, dude. Just bury me.
Yeah.
was
It's
the
over.
poop
It's a
in,
wrap.
was the poop in your like signature sort of like stoned cartoony style?
No, I don't think it ever became like my signature, but I would definitely like just draw it a lot.
Yeah.
It was just.
I think
I mean,
Gigi
maybe
Allen
some
has that
people would
covered.
like it. Yeah. Well, it's like I look back at like my stuff or whatever, and yeah, sometimes it's like oh, I just had like eras kind of where like I drew something a lot.
Sure. Yeah.
Like whether I was like whatever I was getting inspiration from, I think sometimes it became like really apparent, through like it'll be like months of me like I'll get like you mentioned like dragons before. I was on a year of me just drawing like dragons all the time and like those gnomes and stuff and like I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'll still revisit it and it's fun to like revisit it now with like a different style and stuff, but yeah.
So what are you into right now? What's your shit like right now? If it's not dragons, what is it? Is it blowfish? Is it fucking
It's-
what's
Who isn't into blowfish? Come on.
Dude, I'm actually. That is so funny that you said blowfish, dude. I started drawing a blowfish this morning for a graphic.
Yeah,
really?
cool.
That is
wow.
so
Yeah.
funny that you
Are you
say
serious?
like the dude like the whole graphic wasn't a blowfish,
Yeah.
but there's gonna be a blowfish incorporated into it. Like I started drawing a blowfish this morning. It's really funny.
They're
that you
pretty
say that.
dope.
That's insane. Yeah, it's so cool. Blowfish are awesome, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm in like right now. Like it's springtime, like I'm just slammed with like illustration stuff because everyone's like making stuff again. Like winters
Yeah.
are always like really slow, and so that's when I'll be like I reached out to you. I'm like, oh hey, any like new like Mongochatter stuff. But then spring comes and I don't really have. It's like I don't have time to just draw what I just like feel like drawing. Like it's just like
Yeah.
all commission based stuff. So I'm kind of drawing like whatever people are coming at me with. But I like doing that too because it just makes you, draw different stuff and get better at drawing things other than what you're comfortable with. Um, so I don't know if I were to try to think about one thing that I've been drawing a lot of.
Have you
Been all over the map. All over the map.
No, that's good.
It is good.
Have you
I
been
like it that
skating
way, I
much?
Like the last 2 weeks, I've been fighting a crazy deadline that was today, and so like just tonight, I'm kind of able to like take a breath, and I'm like, this weekend I'm going to try to get out and skate. Before that, I was getting out whenever I could, like twice a week probably was my regular. Um, they built this new little park over by me in Riverside. I'm still in that same apartment that you came to, John. Like I've been here for fucking ever now. But in my town, they had built a little skate park. I don't know if you've seen it on my Instagram stories or whatever, but they got these like little like 3-foot quarter pipes that are just so fun to fuck around on, and I can just spend like hours on them. Those are where I've been skating like the most lately because it's in such close proximity, and it's just
Are those
it's
the
just fun.
ones that are like tan? Like they're like tan?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so the same people that built that East Providence Park, which you skated, that's the one that we met at. They built that ramp too. They built
Oh,
like
okay.
all those other ramps that are by
And
here.
where was the other place that we went to? It was like a DIY, but it was kind of on top of this skate park. Remember we went to that skate park and it was
Yes.
like a ski slope, dude. It was like you had to
Dude,
like
yeah,
palm a hill to skate it. It was crazy.
yes. It was off. It's off a bike path, so that's off Manton Avenue in Providence. People call it Lower Bob's. And dude, I was thinking about that. So I was going through clips on my computer, and I found a clip from when you and I were skating there, and that was when I've never done this since, never did it previous, but I ollied up the four stair there. Do you remember that? Do you remember
Yeah.
filming that? I forgot about that entirely.
For my video, for the Continental Crust video.
Right, right.
Yep.
I forgot I did that. I was like, damn, I couldn't do that if I tried that right now. But I like that little park, right? That was a fun little spot.
Yeah, no,
I also-
super sick.
They have that like my favorite thing there is that bank to that little like wall thing. It's not a wall. It's like it's basically like a bank to like a curb or whatever, but it's like super super crusty. Do you remember that thing?
Yeah.
In that same park. I
Yeah.
love hitting that. That thing's wicked fun.
You had sent me some clips for this, and I took the liberty of putting them together in like an edit. So I know
yeah.
I know you're not at the TV watching this right now, but I think as I'm saying these words that edit might be playing. There's a slight lag where I'm at, so.
Oh, wait. Let me see if you guys are on YouTube right now. I see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
YouTube.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it on mute so that we don't get a horrible echo. Let's see.
Yeah, it
Nice.
might be lagged out by the time, but I think this is the part that you're talking about. This
Will can play it again.
yeah.
Oh, there we go. I see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually not lagged out at all. I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Sick.
No.
So
that's
you
awesome.
you just watch yourself do a crooked grind?
Yep. Little. Oh yeah. I love this little up rail thing. Oh, and that's the Barrington skate park. That's that right there. That's like the worst skate park ever. The worst skate park ever. Dude. It's so bad. They put these ramps away. Dude, you know what's so funny? Like last fall, Dave Brzezinski must have been like in the area or whatever, and he was like looking for local skate parks, and he just found that, and like he like shared it on his Instagram story, and he was just clowning on it, and I was like, dude, it's the worst park. It's all what you get is like what you see there.
That Riverside Park, that park where you and I met, is that what we're saying?
That's the East Providence skate park.
Oh yeah,
which
East
is
Providence.
Riverside is technically East Providence. That's Riverside right here. That little ramp that I'm skating right there.
Yeah.
And that's
I think I
little-
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah, I like that little spot, dude. Yeah. See, I don't go to East Providence Park anymore because that place is like it's falling apart, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Holes in all the ramps and shit.
I mean, dude, I've been pretty stoked. Like all the clips that you sent me, I have an opportunity to, I get to edit a lot of skate footage all the time, and those clips, those were a pleasure to deal with, dude. You had really good style in all of them, and no, I was
Thanks,
super
man.
stoked, man. I was really stoked. Thanks for just being a part of Mongochatter and being my friend and just being a cool guy and a rad artist and a good skateboarder. It's a pleasure to always deal with you, honestly.
Man.
I felt
Thank
like
you,
those
John.
clips. No, I felt like those clips were exceptional, dude. I was stoked. I
Thank
hope
you.
people could see that when they're watching.
Thanks, man. I'm out there trying my best. I don't have much to work with now. It's a lot of tray flips. That's like the one flip trick that I still can do. I'm lucky that I still got them.
That's a good one though.
And how tall are you?
I'm 6'1".
So, I mean, 6'1" tray flip. I mean, shit.
Yeah. I mean,
Come
we
on.
still got it. Well, how tall are you? You must be 6, right?
I'm 6'1". Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't.
that's
I
what I
mean,
thought. Yeah, same height.
hey, if I did a tray flip, it'd be both toes on the end. Like I do the little kid ones where I land it like, just
Like a
catch
hang
it with
10?
the bottom of my feet. Yeah, hang 10 at the end. Like, ooh,
Yeah.
I landed it. Go in the house, Mom.
Right. You
I
see
landed
this?
it.
Damn. Hey, yo, have
Yeah.
you gone back to that Pflugerville Park at all since we skated there?
No, that was the last time that I was up there. Was skating there with you.
Damn. Yeah, that was a fun park. That big one, that big park in Pflugerville that you brought me to was sick. I was pretty hungover and couldn't skate like hardly at all, but I had a lot of fun with with what I saw there anyway.
I got
Okay.
smoked that day. I
Dude,
slammed
you
that
did
day.
get so smoked.
Where'd you
Yeah.
get smoked at?
Just like Olling, it's like Pflugerville. It kind of has this like tackier concrete. Like
You're talking about the big one that has like 3 balls on the upper deck or something.
yeah,
Yeah, I've
Dude.
been there. Yeah.
You got
Um,
no. The one that I'm thinking about, John, because you did get smoked at that big Pflugerville Park, but you got smoked at that smaller one that's in the trees, dude. That last sale.
oh, did I?
Dude.
I forget about that. Where we met the little kid and his mom.
Yes, dude. Do you have that picture, by the way? I've been wanting to see. That is the most wholesome picture.
It is. I can.
But no, because you were ripping that little, because I like that little one, the first one, because that was like right next to the Airbnb that I was staying at. And yeah, you were tearing that thing up, and then you were grinding down the side, right? And then you just got caught, and you got pitched right to the bottom. And I thought you hit your head.
He's
I was-
looking for.
I did. That's why I'm like this now.
But that was a wicked fun little park, dude. I almost like that little one more. You can just really pump around that thing.
I think my favorite part about that day was where we went to get we got these breakfast tacos.
Those are solid.
Yeah, those were really
Those are
good.
solid breakfast tacos. And the cop that was just chilling in there too. I do remember that.
Yeah, you have a really good memory. I remember that cop too. I was like so annoyed.
I know. You just can't relax around a cop. You're just like, I don't know about this. But no, I don't typically have a great memory, but that was just that was a good time, man. That was my first time going to Austin, and I really liked that city. It was really fun.
That was awesome, dude. It was cool to I don't know, it was cool to be able to hang out with you. Like, it's weird. It's like I know we're not like go back like in the days, good friends, but I feel like we're
Yeah.
good friends because I don't know, just connecting and fucking I don't know, like collaborating and connecting.
Yeah,
I consider you to
we're
be
like-minded.
like yeah, I consider you to be a good homie.
Absolutely, dude.
I'm
I totally.
sending.
That's why I'm always happy to do any Mongochatter shit because you're the man. So, and like I said, anytime you have an idea, dude, I'm for it.
Oh, speaking of that, dude, following along in this chat here, our friend Christopher Bustos from San Antonio, Texas, wants to know: was there an art medium a client wanted that you weren't familiar with, but you dove in trial and error to complete the project? That is a good question.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a great question.
So I wouldn't say an art medium because like when a client comes to me, it's usually for like, like a commercial, like a they're coming at me. It's always going to be like digital art, something that's for like reproduction. So no, I haven't had like a client come to me and being like, "Hey, I need this like oil painting done for a t-shirt design or something," right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say a medium. I haven't had to do that, but I've definitely had people come to me and they'll want me to work in a style that isn't my normal style, and that's when it can get a little bit like, I don't know, like it can be a little uncomfortable because you still got to complete the task, but you got to do something you're not totally familiar with. So I guess that's the only, that's how I can relate to that, I would say.
I guess what I was going at earlier, and this is kind of piggybacking on Busso's question, but what I was going at earlier when I was asking you about, like, was there anything that you maybe turned down or whatever, was more so
Yeah.
like, okay, so small town New England vibes, right? Like New Hampshire, like whatever. So say it's like you're you're Jeff Wheeler, you're doing all this shit for these rad like board companies and cannabis companies and like maybe like cool bands and shit like that. And it's like shit that you dig and you think is rad and you like fuck with. So you're like, yeah, I'm doing art for fucking these brands that are sick because I'm sick
Yeah.
and we're doing sick shit. So,
Right.
has there ever been someone that's approached you and been like, dude, my fucking cousin has the sickest band. Like, dude, they do Godsmack covers and, like, they need a fucking logo. Like, you know what I mean? Like, has anyone, approached you with an idea that you just thought was, like, on the lamer side, but you don't know how to
Yes.
say? You're like, dude, that's not what I do. I do rad shit. Like, this is lame.
Dude, yes, I've had people come to me with like ideas that I definitely thought were lame. And when I was younger, I would always, and I still am not good at saying no to anything. I'll almost say yes to like basically everything. So, I really try my best. Like it does happen, I'll turn things down, but like for the most part, I just I'm always trying to push myself and like I'll take on jobs that even initially I'd be like, kind of sounds like a stupid idea, but you never know. You might come up with something that you actually are like proud of. What happens is like I just end up not sharing a lot of the stuff I do. I'll take the job and do my absolute best on it. I'll make sure that I'm drawing exactly what the client is telling me to draw, like to the best of my ability. But I might just not share it, and maybe no one will ever know that I did it. But but I'll still like give it my all because I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I think that's just important to do that because if you get too stuck in like just drawing what you think is cool, I think that there's a possibility that you'll just I don't want to say like your shit will run its course because there's people out there like if you're talking about like especially in skateboarding, someone like Neckface who has a really recognizable style. He's been drawing a lot of the similar. Not that he just draws like the same subject matter, but it's always in the same like flavor almost.
Yeah.
It works for him. I'm more of like an illustrator. Like I don't ever call myself like an artist. I call myself an illustrator. So like I'm kind of just happy to complete whatever the client wants me to draw, and I would never. Yeah, I wouldn't be like too like you know art guy about it. Like, yeah, no, that's not cool for like what I want to draw. I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just
No, that makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. I'll take anything on and just I just want to do my best at it whenever I do.
Oh, same. There's some other there's some other ones in the chat that like. First of all, you guys, real quick. Jason B says that he has an MC. I think he means Mongochatter tat. And
all right.
And then he says, "So does my wife." So I think he might be clowning. I don't know.
All right. I didn't say I needed to be the first. I was just.
I kind of want to be the first to get a Mongochatter tat. But you know that if someone already out there has one, then that's fucking amazing, dude.
Post it. Put it on the Instagram or DM it
dude,
to.
A sick tattoo would be the OG. I think you drew it. The guy with the spinny, like the OG one.
Oh yeah, the fucking.
I like that one too. Yeah,
I like it.
I think that would be a sick tattoo.
Yeah.
Just like line work too. Like you don't even have to do colors or anything. You just do like the line work.
Oh yeah, that's like shitty tattoos are pretty in style. So yeah, maybe I just do that.
Style. Yeah.
Big time.
Sam, Alanese, is that Sam? Sam says, "Say hi to me on stream, and I'll give you $1." So Sam, what up? You owe me $1.
And you just made it.
There you go.
But this is a serious art question from Bustos. He says, "Do you still pen to paper, or wait?
Yeah.
Do you still pen to paper first, then button to computer? Question mark.
He's asking, do you still draw it on paper instead of straight to
Yeah,
the computer? Yeah.
I start everything pencil on paper, and then I
Awesome.
scan that drawing in, and then I do a digital sketch. That's what I send out to the client or whatever, and then I do all the line work and the colors on the computer. But it all starts with pen to paper, like eraser and stuff. I think like I'll try to streamline it sometimes if like there's like a tight turnaround and I have to just immediately go right to the computer or whatever, to the tablet. But it always feels a little like stagnant, you know. Like I just feel like you get way better like, you know, movement through an actual sketch. I don't know. You feel a little free.
That's like Hunter Thompson needs that fucking typewriter. Like the mechanical.
That's right.
You got to have that visceral experience with your art, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, totally. I mean, especially like when you say Hunter S. Thompson, I think of like Ralph Steadman or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like any of his work right there, like that would like, if like the beauty of his work is all in the like the analog. Like it's not like that would not translate well if you
No, there's no way. Yeah.
through like computer programs. There's paint
Yeah.
splatters and there's like crazy lines here and crazy like the way that his like pen will just like drip or his his pen will spit and jump. It's like
I'd like to think that
you'd never be able to capture that.
The AI could not be a Ralph Steadham.
No, absolutely not, dude. Yeah, we are staunchly against AI over here.
Yeah, good. Yeah,
Fucking hell.
yeah.
Obviously.
Shit is garbage.
Yeah.
I always find, Jeff, 9 times out of 10, I feel very strongly about things, and then it's like usually, and it's like it's not even that I'm asking you, but you usually indicate to me that you feel very similar about things that I feel strongly about.
Hell yeah! It's like I said, like-minded, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. And I don't need to be like super like I don't like hate AI. I think there's like I like, like ChatGPT is a great tool if you want to like ask it questions and, figure things out. And it's just like, that's fine. But like AI art in general, if you're using that as an end all, it's just so garbage. And I've seen like people that like have hired me before for designs and stuff. And then now they're using like AI. And I'm like, dude, you just look stupid. Like all this art looks stupid. And I don't know. A lot of people don't like, there's people who aren't like, there's some people that when they see art, they don't like fully digest it. It's just like a quick glance, and it's like, oh, that I see. Like I can just, that's exactly what it is. It's a tree in a field or something, and that's it.
So
and AI is great for that. But like if you're gonna actually look at it and like break it, like I look at stuff and like break it down because I'm an artist. And the second you start doing that, you start noticing that it's like complete and utter garbage. It's like, damn, it's like stupid.
So, dude, I got a question for you, and it's kind of a juicy one because, man, I really want to know this. So you're and you kind of touch on it. You're an artist, right? And say you do art for a company, right? And that company sort of like maybe philosophically does a 180 or changes their vibe or gets some bullshit AI work or does a collab with something that is not like how does that like okay, say tomorrow, like you've done art with me for like years. Say tomorrow I go, I'm gonna do a scooter podcast and I'm only scooters, skateboarding's whack, it's scooters now, and I'm still gonna use this art because like it's fucking Mongochatter. It's still the same brand, but I'm scooters now. I'm only doing scooters. Like, how would you grapple with that as an artist if a brand that you're sort of dealing with or affiliated with does a 180 or affiliates themselves with some whack shit?
Oh, dude, that's a good question. Fuck. Well, so like with you in particular, like if you were to do that, like you said, like, we have like a relationship on a personal level. Like I'd be like, damn, like John's on some weird shit right now. But like,
yeah. He'll come
but
back.
like, but exactly, he'll come back. He'll he'll figure shit out. Like I wouldn't say a word, but if it's somebody that like, if it was something like that, like from skateboarding to scootering, I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna say anything. Like it's
You're just not going to continue.
But what? Okay, so what if it was like hate speech or some shit? Like what if it was like something like out of pocket?
Right, exactly. That's what I was just gonna say. If it was like if I did this design for somebody and then turns out that they're like some crazy like I don't know, they start posting like swastikas or something and they're like some crazy Nazi, I'd be like, okay, now I need to like obviously reach out to them and be like, yo, like delete anything that we've worked with together. Like, well, this is where it gets kind of hairy. I don't know what I would do about this because they've already paid me for the design. So I don't know if it'd be like, let me like buy this design back. Like, I need to like separate myself from you because we are on two
like hush money. Like
yeah.
Like,
Like I don't know how you would go about that, but I would definitely make it a point to be like, yo, like you need to not associate yourself with my art anymore. Like it was just like it's like someone hiring you under like false pretense or something, you know, like. But if I was more legit and I worked with like contracts and shit, maybe I would have that in there to be like, hey, listen, like if you are, you know, hiring me to draw this for this, and it cannot be used under any other pretense, you know.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like if someone's just like you give them a graphic and it's like for like fucking I don't know, youth football league, and then the next, you know, and then a month later is like the guy's like, I'm not doing youth football league. He's like, I'm actually doing fucking, you know, like alpaca porno or whatever, you know, like like yeah, I'm gonna use the same graphics. It's like
yeah, right. Well, you know, even so, like you know, even like that alpaca porno, I would be like, I don't know, that's like kind of funny. Like I might run that. Like I wouldn't.
As long as you're safe with the alpacas.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Consensual alpaca porno.
Right. As long as the alpaca is has given consent, then I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'd be like, yo, you need to like, no, yeah. I haven't been faced with this before. I hope it never happens.
Yeah,
I do too. I do too.
Yeah.
I think I typically work with people like I can get a read on someone. I'll say this, like I have people that will reach out to me for like jobs sometimes, and like they're usually hitting me up, and they're like, you can just tell when the vibe is weird immediately, right? Like you can tell if you're not going to have a good working relationship, and in those cases, I'll just very respectfully be like, I'll just say like maybe I'm like not cut out for this job, like maybe there's someone who would be better suited to do it than me. So I feel like I get a good read on someone, and I hope that when someone does reach out to me, I'd be aware of like what, you know, I'd hope they wouldn't, you know, go some terrible direction after we've worked together. I don't know.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm just I don't want to waste this great fodder in the chat, and here's another one from Bustos. He says, okay, and then we can say it is after all after hours, so we can maybe think about getting some rest.
Whenever I'm done when you guys want me done. I'm chilling right now, so I'm not in any rush to.
I'm certainly not in a rush, but I don't want to hold you here all because, dude, I could go on and on. So Busto says this might just be a me thing. Hopefully this makes sense. When I draw, I'll note the mood that I'm in at the time that I was drawing and return to that drawing only when I'm in that same mood. I've learned that my mood will change the tone of the creation via color, etc.
Wow.
That's
very. I mean, he's much more observant than I am. I'd say then because I'm sure that happens. That must happen, right? But I haven't noticed it in my own thing. I also think that if you're drawing kind of like as like a more like a hobby, like you're drawing like for yourself, and you're painting because you have this idea, and if you're just making something that's like your own idea, I think that's a lot more apparent. But if you're doing something for like if I'm doing something for a client, I don't have that luxury, I guess, to just be like it's almost like you got to like plow through stuff in a sense.
Yeah,
Like
I was
you
gonna
got to like
say. I
work
mean,
through that kind of stuff.
obviously, I don't draw for a living. But I got really into like songwriting for a while and thought about trying
Oh,
to sell
cool.
songs to like Nashville and stuff like that. And when you're on it and you don't ever stop.
Yeah.
Because you don't go, oh my god, I'm killing it. I'm gonna put this away and pick this up tomorrow and ever expect to be that inspired. Like you just
Right.
know, like, okay, now I'm in it for the next 6 hours, or something
Yeah.
like that. And so in a
Right.
weird way, you're like preserving that mood.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm trying to say to Chris. Yeah, because I'm not sure you always have that luxury to come back to something the exact way you feel,
Right.
but
That's
I
totally what
know
I'm
it's especially art might be a little different. Like if you're painting, you might need things to dry. Sometimes you do have to walk away, but I'm
Yeah.
already like, if it's art, I'm already cutting out the next piece or trying to work on something that is already dry. Like, all right, well then I'll touch up this side of. I just kind
Yeah.
of keep it going
Right.
if I'm on full on, like I'm killing it right now. Like this doesn't
Right.
stop.
Also, per the philosophy of like returning to the mood, it's like that takes a lot of wherewithal to be like, yo, I'm feeling sort of I don't know, like to recognize the mood and then return to that particular piece is almost a whole skill set in itself.
Plus,
Yeah.
I'm moody.
Yeah.
I,
Oh,
Yeah.
I
it
can't.
doesn't help
I
it.
can't guarantee
Yeah.
mood number 27 will be back again in the next 24-hour period.
Oh, it will.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe
Totally
at 3 in the
same.
morning. Yeah.
So Jeff, as a professional artist, and like when you mentioned dealing like you have commissions and you have clients and stuff, and this is kind of piggybacking on the mood thing is like, if you find yourself, so say you have to draw these happy little characters, but in your personal life you maybe you're going through some like anguish, some tormenting, like a death in the family or what have you. There's something going on where maybe you're like, how do you deal with that where you're not in the mood to draw that particular character that day, but at the same
Yeah.
time it has to be done because this is after all what you do.
Right. So there's levels to it. Like definitely if I'm just like in a pretty like depressive state and I have to draw like happy things, it actually doesn't bother me at all. I can do it. Like I can like I can almost, if my personal life is like not, if I don't feel like I'm in like a good state of mind or whatever, it's actually to dive into like a piece that's supposed to evoke happiness or whatever is actually pretty like cathartic, and it actually feels pretty good. Like I don't have a hard time doing that at all. But if we're going to be doing like, like you said, like a death in the family or something like a major life event that happens and then you're supposed to be drawing and stuff, then it's like it can feel like torture if it's really not like the inspiration isn't there. Like that can be really, really hard to work through and can sometimes take weeks or months until you actually feel like you're like working at your normal like pace and potential again. But aside from that, like if you're just in like a sad mood, you gotta draw something happy. I have no problem separating my personal life from what I'm actually drawing, and I kind of enjoy having that as a little
Yeah,
break. Like
that sounds
at least
lovely,
in this,
actually.
at least in this world that I'm making right now, everything is like really happy.
Yeah.
you know? Yeah. So I don't know. probably similar in like songwriting too, I would think, right? Like maybe you can kind of channel.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then yeah, when you're if it's sure, you're right. Like I can't say I've written a song when there's like a death in the family. But yeah, when you're not in the mood, like you're gonna turn out crap, or it's just
Right.
not even gonna be viable.
Yeah, that
or
gets
anything.
really hard, man, because it's like that's like the biggest thing, and like what everyone always says, like because you don't have the luxury to just do it when inspiration hits. You kind of just got to do it when
Yeah, yeah,
because you have to do it, and a lot of it is really just putting like sitting at your table and like starting to draw. Like
sure,
is
sure.
if I can get started, I can dive in.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
getting started is the hardest part.
yeah.
You seem to handle it well, though, as far as a person who seems to stay pretty busy, pretty regular with it, and
Yeah.
also you seem to be pretty savvy about promoting it and staying on top of that side of things. How do you? What's your secret, man? Like, cause you're such I don't know, and you have such an upbeat attitude. How do you sort of avoid burnout or and this also tippy toeing back to the chat is someone wanted to know if you had any Adobe Illustrator frustration tips.
Dude, Adobe Illustrator. So I don't really work in Illustrator very much, which is people are usually surprised by. Like I'm more of a Photoshop guy. I do all my like color separate. Like I'm also a screen printer. Like I can do all my color separations. I do everything in Photoshop for the most part, unless the client specifically asks for the artwork to be vectored, and then I will work in Illustrator. But like it, it's like I don't know. Illustrator has never felt like fluid to me. So like I definitely have frustrate. I don't have a good tip. I can just say I share your frustration. Like Photoshop is like Photoshop is like another appendage. Like I know that app like inside and out. But Illustrator, I am not so hot with. So if they have any frustrations, just know that I share it with them for the most part. But to go on to like what you're saying before, I've definitely like lately, I've kind of it's hard to like stay on top of like sharing stuff and like right now I'm on like one of my longest breaks of ever. Like I haven't posted on Instagram in over a month. I just like I've been busy. I like, haven't had time or jobs that I can share on Instagram yet. So it's like I am not good. I'm like I see artists that somehow manage to always share their artwork on Instagram. Like every day they have a post. I'm like, dude, I don't know how. Like they come across as so prolific. I don't know how you can manage to like regularly share your stuff and stay on top of it like that. So on that end, I am not that great. But for me to stay productive, is that kind of like what you're saying? Like, how do I stay like productive and stuff?
Yeah,
Or,
or just like I guess avoid burnout, like to be
hmm,
so you seem to be or maybe I don't have the right impression because you say like you're I don't know. You
no,
seem to be
I
very involved and immersed, so I'm wondering with all that like I guess I've always kind of wondered like how like it's fascinating how you can carve that time out and stay disciplined and continue to work at it, and also because there's this whole sort of other side to it that's sort of the promotional social media beast of like
yeah.
quote unquote being an artist, to where you're not only are you creating your art or dealing with your commissions, you're also sort of doing this other marketing branding bit that's
Yeah.
that
Yeah, the
never
mark.
stops. It doesn't turn
No,
off from what I could tell,
no.
you know.
So the marketing thing, it has been like I used to be way better at it than I am now, but like I also on top of freelancing, I'm doing full-time hours freelancing, but I also work almost full-time hours as a screen printer. So like I have two jobs basically. Um, and so what I used to be able to do when I was freelancing full-time was on top of doing, because oftentimes you can't share your commission work until it's been either released on a t-shirt or like the final product has come out. So like that makes making content really hard. So I used to be able to do the commission stuff and then do personal stuff. So I'd have posts, like 2 to 3 times a week. I don't really have that time anymore to do personal work. I pretty much only have time to do my commission works and, on top of screen printing. Um, so on that end of it, it is kind of tough to like stay on top of that and like sharing stuff. But right now, I'm busier than I've literally ever been on commission stuff, and I haven't posted on Instagram for like over a month, and I feel like, I'm like, so how big of a difference does it really make, like posting stuff all the time? I don't know. And also, the Instagram algorithm's so fucked that like when I do post now, it's not what it used to be anyway. Like not as many people see it, so. I
Yeah.
stay busy all the time. I work every single day on stuff because I, for one, I love it, and for two, I just like, I don't know. I was just raised to like work a lot. Like my dad's I've told you, John. I think like my dad's a farmer. Did I ever tell you that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like, so it's like this is a man. This is a guy who's never taken a vacation in his like entire life. He just, things don't get done unless you do it, and you got to be on top of that every single day. You have this responsibility, and I've just really taken that approach to my art and to my commissions and stuff. So it keeps me on top of it. It keeps it a priority, and it keeps me, you know, just wanting to work, and it keeps you in that mode of continuing to work. Because if you take a week off of not working, that second week off becomes easier to do, and that it's just like
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
it's
dude,
just you just stay on top of it.
having said all that though, like you're still fun. You're still like a fun guy to hang out with. You still do
Oh, thank
cool
you.
shit. You still skate, like you still, I don't know, it's like you don't, it
Yeah,
doesn't seem like, you don't seem like to have like this oppressive work ethic, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Um,
And I wouldn't want to come off like that either. Anyway, like the guy that's just like all about business. Like I'm not like you know, yeah. There's some people that seem like they're like always on, and I've just been. I would never want to be like that. I just, I don't know. I think I I really I work really hard, but I really enjoy the time that I'm not working as well. So that's why like skating is such a good break from that, a good mental break from that, and yeah, I just enjoy it while I'm out there and doing it, and I love hanging out with everyone and like getting your mind out of you keep your mind in one you know like you keep your mind focused on one thing throughout the entire day. It's kind of nice to have that break with a buddy or to go skate and just to turn it off completely. I really try to be good at that.
yeah, and dude, while we're talking about it officially, this is we do have this new graphic from you, so feel free, tell it to the world.
Hell yeah.
We're talking with Jesse from Cat Palace right now about what exactly we're gonna do merch wise. But when we do have
Hell
our
yeah.
little end of April party skate session barbecue, we'll have some
Fuck yeah.
sort of merchandise. Definitely stickers, full color stickers, and
Hell
some
yeah.
sort of probably shirt, maybe hat. I don't know. We're gonna be doing some
Did you
cool
get
stuff.
did you get that other file I sent over?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I
Yep.
actually that's we don't have to get into the weeds of it right now, but if you wanted to, I can also send you over like a one color version or anything if you have any other ideas that you want me to do on that for shirts or whatever.
Oh, sick. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Like
Very
if you wanted to
excited
do
about that.
if you want to do like black shirts, like white on black would be sick or whatever you want, you know,
Yeah, dude, I'm
whatever
I'm
you want.
I'm down for anything and everything. Like, um, I'd love to do like I don't know. Is it easier to do white shirts because when you do white shirts you sort of save a color?
So it depends on the colors that you're using in the graphic. So right. So yeah, hypothetical. So say you got white shirts and there's white in the design, then you don't have to print white, and hence you're saving a color.
Yeah.
So, but once again, so just for example, like with this most recent one, that Texas plant one that we did, um, if you were to print that on a green shirt, then you would save the green screen. So that would be saving a color on the green because it would be, you wouldn't have to print the green because it would just be the shirt. You know what I'm saying? But then also it like so a lot of people will do it and they'll just go like you just do a black shirt and I can do you just do like a white print on it and it's a one color and white on black always looks rad. Black on white is always, I mean, it looks rad, but like I always fuck up my white shirts, so I don't really wear white shirts too much because I get them all.
You mean
fucking
just
stains
wear
and
and tear
shit.
wise? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's definitely you save a color if you print on that. But yeah, either way, if we ever do something and you want it to be like, oh, could we do like a two-color design? Like I can keep all that in mind as I'm designing it.
Hell yeah. No, I mean I don't ever want to step on the artist's toes.
Oh no,
And it's also like, dude, when that thing, I was like, yeah, I was just going back and forth with Jesse, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if I don't want to do this in color because he knows he's hip, so he was like,
yeah.
oh, he was like, we could do two colors and do shading and this, and I was like, no, we really got to do what Jeff designed, and then you're like, oh, I made a 4-color version, and I was like, shit, well, that's perfect.
Well, and then I looked at it and I was lying, dude. I thought I did a 4-color version, but I looked at it. Let me pull it up right now. I think it was a fucking 5 or a 6-color, to be honest. But I could make it a 4-color if you want. If you want a 4-color,
well, that's
I
what
could
we
do
were
that.
saying. We're like, maybe the cowboy hat is like red and not red and orange or something like that.
Yeah. You know,
Um,
it's funny. I could fire that up right. Let's see what we get here. But yeah, because see, that's what's so rad about this is that like the other world that I live in is screen printing. So like if you notice with like any of my I'm talking about myself way too much in this.
no, this is why you're
Oh,
here.
okay.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
okay. And then you guys tell me to shut up if you guys are trying to get off too.
We might have to wind it down soon. I think producer Will has got some
100%.
issues.
Yep.
So,
right.
unfortunately, it's a shame because.
But what were you saying? Your world is screen printing as well.
Yeah.
So
No, I was just saying my world is screen printing as well. So like if I draw stuff, I do try to keep it in like a limited color palette.
right
I'll
on.
do you up a 4-color.
But yeah, dude, like as far as, and I know we've talked about it like behind the scenes before, like as far as like that graphic goes, like yeah, please, dude, like let people know. I think it's an exciting graphic, and like I don't want to be one of those people that's holding the artist back from fucking being like, yo, I made this. We just wanted to get the timing right with our, because it makes sense for our like 5-year
Oh, dude.
anniversary thing,
No.
whatever, you know.
Yeah, you are now holding me. No, dude, don't even think like that. That's not a big deal. People do that all the time. You know what? I prefer to share shit when it's in its final form. So, no sweat.
Yeah, that graphic's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super
Thank you,
duper
dude.
fire. Dude, thank you. Thank you. Seriously, honestly, thank you for everything over the years. Like, whenever I don't know what to do, whenever I'm making an edit, I'm like, okay, and then I need the Mongochatter phone graphic here. It's just like, it's the raddest thing to have in my, like, toolbox to help me create cool stuff. So I can't thank you enough for collaborating with me and for also continuing to be like invested in what we're trying to do.
Any dude, anytime. Like I said, it's always a pleasure, man. You're a great dude to work. You're a great dude, and you're a great dude to work with. So, like I said, anytime you have an idea, you let me know, and I'm down.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
down. So,
Hell yeah.
Anything else you want to say to the heads out there that might be gruelingly following along?
fucking Mongochatter all day. Congrats on 5 years. Um, you guys are killing it, and yeah, I'm just stoked to see you guys still out here and making this good content. You're out here doing the damn thing. So yeah, anyone that listens to Mongochatter, you're listening to the right thing.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Jeff.
Appreciate it, Jeff.
Absolutely. Great to see you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a rad night. Thank you so much for your time, dude. Let's talk soon.
Anytime. Have a good night, guys.
All right. Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Anything else in the chat going on? I mean, that was awesome. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just. I know producer Will's got a little bit of issues, so I am rushing a little bit.
No worries. It's been a great time. Thanks for everyone for tuning in.
What do we need to wrap up with? So
Tomorrow,
go
to Hayes Street Bridge if you can. If you're
Yeah.
in San Antonio, check out that contest.
Yeah.
March 30th.
March 30th.
Be at Midtown Meetup for the All of Us Waxing Poetic video. DJ. Why do I always
Huedo Vaquero.
Puerto Vaquero on the ones and twos. And then you're going to have to fast forward through the month of April to right around the 26th, 27th. We'll have more details. I'll be hitting you over the head with more details as the month goes on. But 5 years of Mongochatter.
And also, DM us with your ideas for our party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, here's the thing about that real quick. And I know we do got to go, but it's like, just because, don't be like, yo, you guys
Rode
should
at my
get,
grandma's place.
yeah, you guys should get a llama. And then you go to the thing and there's no llama.
Oh yeah, there's no budget for this.
and
party.
you're like,
yeah.
I gave you the idea. It's
Yeah.
like, we're not getting a hot air balloon. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So, we might have a skate session at somewhere that we think is
Oh, we're
rad.
gonna have a skate session.
No, we will, but if it's like if someone's idea is to fucking go to
We're all gonna eat dinner at fucking Fogo de Chao.
I mean, that sounds tight.
Okay.
I'm just mean yeah, we'll take input, but we're gonna there's clay that we gotta mold the clay, baby.
Come through. Bring a fucking barbecue, tacos.
So we got to make it rad enough on
Yeah.
our own that they want to come. We can't be like, yo, what should we do? We'll tell them what we're doing, and then they can come or not. But they better fucking come
They better come.
if we build it.
Anyway, it's a bummer to cut it out a little early. I know Will's got some stuff going on, so but yeah, episode 3.
Yep.
Stream.
March.
Yeah.
Volume 1, March 2025. That's a wrap. After hours. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Thank you to Jeff Wheeler.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff.
And Llama's on the south side. It is.
Yeah.
Jason B.
Jason
Thank
G.
you. Thank you. Thank you for